Bisu, like I said, because he didn't get that second gate, I didn't think he was trying very earnestly to do that. But here he does have the robotics facility down now. He doesn't have anything to go with it up just yet. We're probably gonna see an observatory out in a second though. And oh, he's good in the support bay first. Interesting. So
that's
he's gonna
very rare
try and
for
get those
Bisu.
reavers in there very quickly. Yeah, it's extremely rare, especially with mines on the ground. That's it's kind of interesting. Hwasin is getting those turrets up, and he's got mines in his base, so it's going to be pretty difficult for Bisu to accomplish anything with this Reaver drop, honestly. Especially if Hwasin actually puts a couple tanks sieged in his base, which he hasn't yet. But we'll see here in a second. And Bisu kind of being careless there, letting those mines hit his Dragoons. It's like 4 or 5 mines that have hit his Dragoons now. Not quite being as careless as Free was in his match versus Lomo, but still being a little bit careless there. And Hwasin kind of being defensive, it looks like, setting things up. And there's the observatory finally.
Yeah, 2 more factories down for Hwasin, so I think Hwasin's going to try to do a mirrored build that he did in the first game, basically just try to out-macro Bisu when he goes for kind of the next level tech up, and he's just going to kind of sense it after the Reaver drop is my guess. And then it looks like the Citadel's going down, so he is going to go for Templar after this. And probably just push it in there. And really, I think that's going to be the difference in this game, is if Bisu goes Templar and then gets Psystorm, I think Psystorm would have saved him the last game instead of that Arbiter, because really he needed Psystorm to face just the huge forces out. And Hwasin's definitely, he sniffed that out, and he might plant down right on top of those mines if he continues with this attack. But yeah, I don't think he's going to get that drop off. Another expansion now for Bisu, so Bisu's going to make sure he doesn't get basically lose the economic battle in this match, but I think that's going to be sniffed out simply because Hwasin knows those mines were attacked at that far left corner. I think that's why he planted them, is basically just to make sure he knew when Hwasin was going to that position, and a mine right there spotting that drop shuttle in the meantime.
Well, I would expect Bisu to start pushing out a little bit now, probably try and put the pressure on Hwasin very soon, so he may not have an opportunity to try and go and take care of that expansion in the top left corner. One of the advantages of that spot is because it is kind of far away, and you have to kind of go through Bisu's territory to get there. Hwasin, by the way, I want to point out, set up his defenses really well, I have to say. Putting those mines and those turrets there in just the perfect spot, so it was very difficult for Bisu to get in that drop. So Bisu, now having invested a lot of resources in that Reaver and not able to get any payoff from it at all thus far. And Hwasin has seen that. He has gone over there. He's planting mines. He's going to be able to take out those Dragoons, I believe, with those Vultures. One of the Dragoons goes down. The other 2 are damaged. The probes are going to go down right now. He does have backup coming in, though, so he may be able to fend this off and keep this base. He's probably going to keep this base.
Losing a lot of probes in the meantime, though. And it looks like Hwasin's in the meantime, he's taking the opportunity to get his own expansion up at the bottom right-hand corner. You can kind of see that mine placement. He's just kind of placing mines. He's just taking the opportunity to place mines kind of around the perimeter of Bisu's base, so he can see what's coming out at him.
Yeah, and probably just try and catch straggling Dragoons and what have you, because he's not going to be able to keep observers everywhere, so he's probably hoping to catch reinforcements unawares or something like that. And that's what he almost did against that Dragoon right there.
Wow, a lot of gateways. So 6 factories versus 6 gateways right now, and it looks like
7 gateways.
7 gateway. Oh, you're right, 7 gateways. Another gateway down there, and yeah, it's going to just be a massive kind of both sides producing a ton of forces. I'm surprised that Bisu with that Citadel, I guess he's just going to stick with Zealots, and he's just going to go Mass Dragoons and just make this a giant macro, or I should say micro fist fight. It's going to be incredible. That's going to make for a very fun game, I think.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward. One of these days there's going to be a huge battle, and it's going to be fun to watch. It almost happened there. Hwasin deciding to fall back, though, thinking he has the inferior. He doesn't have any vultures in that vicinity to protect his tanks, so that's probably why he fell back a little bit here. Reaver goes down.
Bomb's going off. Reaver taking out that tank. Wow, this could be very dangerous for Bisu right now. He has a lot. It looks like he's backing up some forces here, but in the meantime, really pressing in, taking out a lot of forces while Hwasin's in retreat. I don't think he was able to take that Reaver. Mine's going down to kind of suppress this, but yeah, for a second there, it looked like Bisu might actually break in on his secondary.
Hwasin had. I've seen a lot from Hwasin actually. I think lately he does that. A lot of the big Terrans have been doing a lot of with the tiered tanks. I mean, it's not new or anything like that, but it's sometimes you see Terrans will just clump up their tanks, and that's of course their undoing. So people are catching on to that. Bisu gonna wander in a few mines over here. Looks like one hit That one didn't hit. Okay. Yeah, the Reaver I saw was almost killed. Almost killed. It has like a few hit points left, but it was not quite killed. So he does still have that Reaver in that shuttle. In the meantime, he's going to try and take out this top left corner. Bisu's probably going to be able to save it, though. He does have an observer there. It's just a matter of timing, I guess. Oh, there's cannons there, of course, too. Okay, never mind.
In the meantime, I'm curious, Hwasin trying to sneak some vultures there along the backside. I'm curious how quick it's going to be before Hwasin goes drop and tries to drop on Bisu's main. If he's going to get off Goliath to kind of contend with the dropships, because really it's the Zealot bombs he needs to worry about now. And and there the Templar archives are going up now, and in that bottom right hand corner is Bisu going to be able to sniff that out and take that out anytime soon. Right now, Hwasin on the offensive, kind of just doing small, not very effective, but vulture harasses that are keeping Bisu on his back heel and keeping him committed, defending his bases instead of pressing up and attacking Hwasin's holdings.
Sacrificing his vultures to take out a couple probes there. Bisu has enough defense there now, though, that it's not worth it anymore. He still is trying, but he is at least keeping Bisu distracted, you're right. And we see here, though, Hwasin doing just like we were talking about before, kind of doing a slow push there, putting some mines, putting some turrets, putting some tanks, that sort of thing, in tiers, and that's exactly what's going to, theoretically win this game for him. I wonder if Bisu has spotted that bottom right corner expansion. I'm surprised that he hasn't tried to go for that yet. Usually he would try and find that, send an observer over there or something like that, but he hasn't seemed to do anything yet. Although
yeah, it looks like he's starting to. He's kind of scouting something out. You can see on the mini-map at that far left location he's starting to scout out forces there, and I think he's just going to take them around the map and start doing scouting, and also kind of keep them in position there for kind of a pincer if he can catch things out of position. A lot of mines going down at that location, though. The observer does now see that location. He realizes those mines are going down, so I'm going to expect an attack from Bisu very quickly here. And